All right, so this is Samantha, and I am back again doing this thing that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. So I decided to go ahead and jump in and talk about getting naked. Let's jump right into something that is uncomfortable in itself, me doing something uncomfortable that's uncomfortable for people to talk about. Woo! Let's do it. So, how often do you get naked? I remember the first time that I slept naked. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember the moment so clearly. It's so weird. I remember thinking that I had an impulse to just do it, and I've been working on that, and apparently I've been doing it for a long time, working on it, sometimes listening, sometimes not, but had this impulse to just do it, and so I did, and I remember crawling under the sheets and it being a completely different experience in my own bed, which, you know, I'm in all the time, sleeping in my bed, but it was a completely different experience just because I was naked. So I'm wondering how often everybody else is naked, and I'm not talking about being naked in a sexual way, or in ways that, you know, obviously you're naked when you take a shower and whatnot, but being naked doesn't have to be about sex. It's about you. It's about your body. And I have a funny story about body image and America. I have a client, and she was telling me during one of our sessions how she's from a different country. And coming to this country, she was older when she came here, and she was so nervous to come here because all of the exposure that she had concerning our culture over here in America had these really attractive people in all of the images and all of the shows and everything that she was exposed to that had to do with America. Just was, you know, the actors and actresses in Photoshop, and it just, she was so scared to come here because she thought that everybody that lived here, we had like this super sexy DNA somehow, and we were all supermodels. And then she got here and she was like, wow, these are all normal people. And that story just, it was just so fun to hear, and I'm so glad that she shared it, because obviously body image is a big thing right now. I mean, people are really starting to open up. People are, you know, speaking up against Photoshop and talking about how it has a bad influence on the younger generation, but it's not just the younger generation that I'm worried about here. It's every generation. I'm a massage therapist. I deal with a lot of naked people, and it's interesting how often I get comments that people are saying about their own bodies, especially women who didn't shave their legs that day. And it's just, it's very interesting to me that that's really at the forefront of everybody's mind, especially when you are exposing your body in a way that you don't normally do. So getting naked is something that we should really do more often. My suggestion is just to do it. I mean, I still have some problems with my body image. I'm working on it, but I am a heck of a lot better than I was a few years ago. You don't have to be naked all the time. You don't have to walk around your house naked all the time, although there are people that do that, and that's perfectly fine. But my suggestion is to start small and just sleep naked. Nobody's going to disturb you there. You know, you can close the window. You can, even if you're so uncomfortable, you can even get naked under the sheets, so that you're not just standing up in your room naked if that's something that makes you uncomfortable. But I just find a way that you can start to experiment with it, because I think it's really important. I think that it will help you not only with your body image on that physical material level, but also it's going to help you to become more one with yourself, I guess. It's going to help you to appreciate who you are. It's going to make you feel comfortable, even if you can stand to lose a little bit of weight, or even if you have a scar somewhere that you don't like. That's you. And right now, even if there's improvements that you want to make, you still have to accept who you are and where you are in this moment, because you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You are learning the lessons you're supposed to learn, and that's the whole part of it. Until you embrace it, it's not going to change. Until you embrace where you are, the chances are it's not really going to change. And if it does change, it's going to be for a short period of time, and you're going to end up right back where you were, or you're going to end up learning that same lesson in some sort of different way. So I think that everybody should get naked more often. I really wish that it were something that we could do just in public. There were more places that you could just be naked and it not turn into this whole sexual thing, or this judgmental thing that people start, looking and comparing or whatever. I mean, we're all different. It's a beautiful thing. It'd be so, in so many different levels and different ways, it would be so incredibly boring for us all to be the same. So, we should celebrate our differences, and I am in no way by making this post do you think that, I'm completely 100% game with going out in public right now, being naked, if it were something that were acceptable and I wouldn't end up getting arrested for. That is by no means the case. This is something that I'm working on, just like, everybody else should be, I think, if you're not. But I think that it's important. I think that you would definitely see a difference in your everyday if you just start to appreciate your body and become more one with your body. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. I just heard my baby. He's awake. So I am going to go and spend time with my beautiful family. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that you end this by finding the next chance that you can take off your clothes and just hang out, whether it's just in the kitchen, make yourself a sandwich, do something silly and do it naked. And actually, before I go, I wanted to say, if you really want to jump in, I suggest stretching naked, because that is kind of just putting it on a whole nother level. So if you get to the point where you just want to follow what I'm saying right now and it sounds interesting to you and you want to just jump in and do it, then just strip down and give yourself a nice little stretching period of time, and it'll be a whole new experience doing it without any clothes on. And you can start just wearing less clothes if it's really an issue for you. Just start stretching with less on, and eventually work yourself down to doing it naked, and it'll be interesting. I would love if some people that are listening to this go ahead and give it a try, and then share in the comments your experience. That would be pretty fun, I think. All right, everybody, have fun, and I will be back later.